Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cougar Den here on the campus of Phoenix Christian. My name is Nicholas Pietrzycki. I'm honored to be joined alongside you today for some Phoenix Christian men's varsity basketball here on the Phoenix Christian YouTube channel. Zaire Smith to take the tip-off against Keaton Ort. He wins it, and we are underway from the Cougar Den. Zaire Smith kicks it to Guerrero, trying to find Malachi Moore-Neal. Eventually finds Smith. Pass then quickly intercepted by Matthew Heaney. Starting lineup for the visiting Fountain Hill Falcons: Sam Barnard, Lucas Grieco, Matthew Henney, Keaton Ort, and Aaron Lloyd. And the starting five for your Phoenix Christian Cougars: Ruben Guerrero, Xavier Sandoval, Malachi Moore-Neal, Zaire Smith, and Bryce Anderson. Two teams with a recent history of facing each other, as Lloyd's mid-range jumper off the mark. Two teams met back on December 29th at the Coyote Basketball Invitational. Feels like we're mentioning that about every other broadcast here. Moore-Neal kicks it to Zaire Smith. The trip almost gets the layup in. This little short. Fouls on Grieco, but last time these two teams met, it was a win for the Cougars by 13, 56-43. Malachi Moore-Neal, quick floater from Guerrero, and the scorebook is officially open. Talking to Coach Strazak before the game, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth, that bad blood, if you will. Or driving, right-handed floater, good. Especially when it's something that occurred very recently. Guerrero, corner three, no good. Rebound by Zaire Smith. Kicks it out to Sandoval. Down low to Moore-Neal. Almost a two-handed jam. Went up for the dunk and decided to kind of just lay it in there. Rather drop it in there, if you will. 2 minutes played. Cougars lead by 2, 4-2. A lot of twos. Mid-range jumper off the mark by Barnard. Sandoval, no-look pass to Guerrero. Yes!
Ruben off the no-look pass from Xavier.
So Xavier Sandoval look off not one but two defenders, and then eventually pull a no-look pass out of his pocket. Also had a chance to talk to Sandoval before the game. He said he did not have McDonald's ice cream, so his stomach is feeling a lot better heading into this one, opposed to Saturday against Northland Prep. Cougars winning that one on Saturday 65-18. Falcons taking their time. Travel. Cougar ball. A little more about the Fountain Hill Falcons coming in today with a record of 11-6, undefeated in 3A North Central play, but currently second behind Northwest Christian, and the number 9th ranked team overall in 3A. Sandoval, three, bang!
Xavier Sandoval, nothing but net.
Cougars now up by 7,
Timeout.
and a timeout taken by head coach Jeffrey Bonner of the Falcons. The last game that the Cougars will face a non-2A opponent in their schedule, all 2A opponents from here on out. Biggest thing of note heading into this game is a win here would be big for playoff positioning in the future. Right now, Cougars, number 8 in 2A, sits behind some notable names such as Arizona Lutheran, Leading Edge Academy, Gilbert, and a few others that the Cougars might be seeing in Bradshaw or at the Final Four at Veterans Memorial Stadium, which is not the goal. Last two seasons, Cougars out in the Final Four. and 1 win away from state championship appearance. Cougars have not been to state title game since the 1997-98 season. Last state championship coming a decade earlier than that in 1988 and 1989. So a long spell of no state championships for the Cougars, trying to end this season with Anderson, Moore-Neal, and a couple others as well. 4:22 left to play in the first quarter. Ort 3, nowhere near the mark. Kind of felt like a prayer more than a shot. Anderson, no-look pass, trying to find Smith, and someone got a hand on it somewhere. Guerrero to inbound. Finds Anderson in traffic and draws the foul. Anderson looking more like a wide receiver than a basketball player right there. That pass was thrown into triple coverage. Anderson finding the round orange ball in all the black jerseys. Anderson's first free throw off the mark. Subs come in for the Falcons. Michael Fitzherbert and number 13, Tanner Barnhart, coming in. Barnard and Lloyd take a breather. Anderson 0 for 2 from the line. Under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Grieco driving, up for the layup, no good, and he hits the pad a little hard. Anderson taking it himself. Rebound collected by Moore-Neal. Anderson draws another foul. Little push there from Haney.
Fouls on number 5, Matthew Haney.
Like he was trying to almost push Anderson out of bounds, so he would touch out of bounds. Ort sticking his hand in, pass attended for Moore-Neal. Feels like I'm back on the top of the football broadcasting booth, not here in the Cougar Den. Zaire Smith now drawing a foul.
Fouls on number 5, Matthew Haney.
Coach Bonner
14th foul.
a bit confused. Barnard not too happy, rather Haney not happy himself now with 2 fouls. Zaire Smith's first free throw short. Cougars have still yet to make a free throw.
In the Falcon lineup, number 3, Sam Barnard.
Back on the court for the Cougars for the first time in a little bit. Jace Hagan. Hagan inactive on Saturday, but good to go today. Zaire Smith just short. Cougars still looking for their first free throw made of the game. They lead by 7. Barnard guarded closely by Sandoval. Barnard takes himself, and now Hagan the guilty culprit of a foul.
Number 24, Jace Hagan. His first team foul. Sam Barnard at the line to shoot 2.
Barnard, Falcons team leader in steals this season with 29, as his first free throw is up and in. Barnard looking to go 2 for 2, and does. Anderson, an open look from 3, no good. Barnard wants to go quick. Falcons slow it down for the moment. Under 3 minutes to play. Cougars lead by 5. 3 off the mark from Grieco. Sandoval to spin move. Finds Anderson. Will put it up
Bryce
and in.
Anderson, down low for 2.
Anderson opens his scoring account on the night later than usual, but I don't think Anderson cares when the Cougars are up by 7. Rico, another 3, no good. Rebound hauled in by Anderson. Anderson dishes off to Smith, and he has trouble catching the pass. Dom Paris due to sub in. Ort, quick 3. No. Under 2 minutes to play. Sandoval take a breather and hold it on the Cougar logo. Anderson wants it high. Hagen just says otherwise. Under a minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Sandoval dishes it out to Hagen. Now to Anderson. Euro step floater, good.
Bryce Anderson, the floater for 2.
Anderson and Malachi Moore-Neal with 4 apiece, each matching the tally of the scoreboard of the Falcons. A wide open look, good from Barnard. Hagen driving, pass knocked away. Fast break, no good. And Ort draws a foul. Michael Fitzherbert can't believe it.
His first, second team foul.
Sometimes in that situation, after you've done something a ton of times before and it's become almost routine, there's a quick lapse in judgment and a miss. Ort misses his first. Ort, team leader in points, as well as 3-pointers made for this Falcons team, averaging 18.8 points a game, adding on 3.5 rebounds and 1.2 assists. Ort, 1 for 2. .35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Anderson draws the push from Ort.
Fouls number 41, Keaton Ort, his first, 15th foul. Bryce Anderson at the line for 2.
Anderson 0 for 2 from the line tonight. Looking to make that percentage not say double zeros. And does. Little miscue from the scorer's table. Played the substitution noise. Everyone, including Anderson, kind of looked up and said, who's getting subbed in? Anderson 2 for 2. Anderson now with 6 points on the night. Barnard, with a bit of space, he'll take it. 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. Now under 10 seconds. Barnard kicks it out. Floater off the mark. Anderson, half-court shot. No good.
At the end of the first quarter, your Cougars lead the Falcons.
It looked nice off the hand, but after that, wasn't that close. We played 1 quarter. Cougars leading the Falcons 15-7. We'll take a quick break and be back with the start of the second quarter. Welcome back to the Cougar Den and the start of second quarter. Falcons get the ball to start it off. Cougars leading the Falcons 15-7. Pass knocked away by Smith, and the Falcons reset. Ort down low, guarded by Smith. Shot up and in. Sandoval trying to find more. Neal, pass intercepted. Layup good by Barnard. Barnard was 6 on the night. Usually averages 6 in a game throughout the year, so already a good night for the guard. Foul against Falcons.
Fouls on number 4, Lucas Grieco, his second.
Fouls on Lucas Grieco. Anderson to inbound. Anderson will haul it deep to Sandoval, and he makes the catch. Thayer Smith kicks out of some trouble. Morneal can't handle the pass. Intercepted and stolen by Barnhart. Now Anderson steals it, a 2-on-2. Anderson working against Barnard. Step back, he passes up a 3. Sandoval, good.
Sandoval in the lane for 2.
Fitzherbert. Out to Barnard. Ort, 3, good. Keaton Ort with 8 on the night. Anderson dishes in to Morneal. His up and in is good. Under 6 minutes to play. Fitzherbert up and in. Thinking of Ryan Fitzpatrick there. The name would imply a combination of Ryan Fitzpatrick and Justin Herbert, but wrong sport and wrong profession. I don't think Michael Fitzpatrick. I said it again, Fitzherbert. Michael, if your parents are watching, Anderson 3, nowhere near. I do apologize. Your name sounds like 2 NFL quarterbacks, and I keep saying the one that has a lushy beard. Ball eventually finds the hand of the Cougars, then poked out. Hagan and Paris checking in, as well as Aaron Lloyd. Smith and Morneal check out.
The Falcon lineup, number 11, Matthew Holmes.
Under 5 minutes to play. Cougars' lead has dwindled all the way down to 3. They lead 19-16. Hagan, 3, off the mark.
Falcons ball.
Only 3 made by the Cougars so far here tonight. That of Xavier Sandoval back in the first quarter. A 1-possession lead for Phoenix Christian. Ort, 3, no good. Rebound Grieco. Ort. no
Fouls on
shot.
11, Dom Paris, his first. First team
Fouls against Dom Paris.
into the Cougar lineup, number 10, Malachi, number 3, Ruben Guerrero.
Ort, quick three. No good. Rebound, Sandoval. Sandoval with numbers. Paris. More Neal.
Great extra pass
And
by
the pseudo
Dom Paris
dunk.
to Malachi.
Second time that More Neal's kind of dropped it in the bucket. Grieco driving. Sandoval rips his pockets. Money falls right back in to the hand of Grieco. Lloyd, mid-range jumper, off the front of the iron. Sandoval draws a foul. Would have taken it coast to coast, but fouls
Fouls on number 13,
against Barnhart.
Barnhart, his first, second team foul.
.323 left to play in the first half. Sandoval looking for Anderson on the alley-oop. Ooh. That's one the Cougars and Sandoval wish they had back. Anderson, a little bit of space. If you've watched Phoenix Christian at any point this season, you know how athletic the starting five can be at any time, especially led by Anderson and Moore Neal. The 1-2 combo having a very successful week. No look pass, Lloyd, good. Barnard to Lloyd. Hagan, right-handed floater, good. Cougars lead by 5. Falcons looking to chop away at that lead. Barnard, Ort. Falcons working it around the arc. 2:07 left to play. And a hold against Paris.
Fouls on number 11, Dom Paris.
Or that rather, Dom Paris.
Into the Cougar lineup, Zy Smith for number 11, Dom Paris.
Smith checks in for Paris. Paris now potentially looking at a bit of foul trouble, now with 2. Ort sends it all the way back for Barnhart. Lloyd open, can't finish it off, gets his own rebound, and then a foul against Smith.
Fouls on number 21, Zy Smith, his first.
Zaire Smith with his first foul. Chance to chop down the lead to 3. Lloyd's second, a little short. 2-possession ball game in favor of the Cougars. Smith, a jab and another one. Driving, floater, and it takes a Cougar bounce. Zaire Smith opening his account for the night. Barnard. Driving, left-handed effort. Off the mark. Smith wants Anderson to go quick. No pass to Smith, good.
Great look to Zy.
Falcons take a timeout, and the Cougars extend their lead back
Full timeout.
Up.
Falcons.
to 8 with a couple of quick baskets from Zaire Smith. Before the game, had a chance to observe what was said amongst the Cougars in the locker rooms, and one of the many things stressed by Coach Ben Stryzak is, hey, we played these guys before. We know what they're capable of. We know what we're capable of. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Are we going to want it more, or are they going to want more? Who's going to do the little things? Who's going to dive for the loose balls? Who is going to take that little extra step and find that great pass to their teammates? The little things, the things that to the average eye they might not notice, but we're going to notice. Who's going to get that bigger pass, that extra step? And that's what this game is going to come down to. And so far, the Cougars are doing a little bit better job of that now, up by 8 with 1 minute and 8 seconds left until halftime. The end of the Falcons' timeout. Cougars leading scorer, Moore-Neal with 8, Anderson with 6, and Sandoval with 5. For the Falcons right now, Ort with 8, Barnard with 6, and Lloyd with 3. Lloyd, 3, working with Hagan, off the mark. Now under a minute to play. Cougars slow it down. Coach Stryzak wants them to drain the clock. Game of hot potato between Sandoval and Anderson. Anderson drives. Fakes the kick out. Guarded by Lloyd. Anderson driving. Hagan, corner 3. Yes! That's exactly what Coach Stryzak talked about, making that extra pass, taking up a good shot, passing up a good shot to give your teammate a great shot. Anderson, long 3, no good. He's trying to bank it in, couldn't find it. Halftime score, Cougars 30, Falcons 19. Good first half for the Cougars. Falcons look to answer some questions and dig out of an 11-point lead. That's it for the first half of action from the Cougar Den. We'll be back with the second half of action and the final 16 minutes here from the Cougar Den. This is Phoenix Christian Basketball here on the Phoenix Christian Basketball YouTube channel. Welcome back into the Cougar Den for second half of action between the Fountain Hill Falcons and your Phoenix Christian Cougars. Cougars get the ball to start second half. Starting five that began the game out there on the floor for the Cougars. That starting five, Xavier Sandoval, as he takes himself, easy layup. Out there on the floor, though, for the Cougars, Xavier Sandoval, Zaire Smith, Malachi Moore-Neal, Bryce Anderson, and Ruben Guerrero. Out on the floor for the Falcons, Keaton Ort, Sam Barnard, Aaron Lloyd, Lucas Grieco, and Matthew Haney. Falcons return their starting five that began this game as well. Ort's three off the mark. Rebound by Barnard. Grieco corner three, good. Coming out of halftime, Cougars led 30-19. Now they lead by 10. Sandoval finds Anderson, a reverse layup, up and in.
From X to Bryce.
Ort drives the lane, takes a contact, and it's in. Ort with 10 on the night. A little more than a minute and a half gone. Cougars 34, Falcons 28. Zaire Smith draws the foul.
Fouls on number 4, Lucas Grieco, his first team foul.
Grieco guilty of his third foul. Only has about 2 more until his night's over. Anderson, far side three, no good. Ort. Haney. Ort three, no good. Rebound Lloyd. Blocked by a combination of Guerrero and Anderson. Sandoval takes himself up for the layup, off the mark. Would have been a very athletic layup there for Sandoval. Anderson trying to get the steal. Lloyd, no good. Still Lloyd. Finally, Lloyd, after about 5 chances on a couple of tries, gets one in. Smith driving, contested shot, off the mark. Coach Strazak not happy with that shot selection there from Smith. Haney drives inside, spin move, good. 2 new basket getters for the Falcons as the Cougar lead begins to dwindle. Sandoval kicks it to Moore-Neal. Good. Malachi Moore-Neal with 10 on the night. Ort takes himself in a load of traffic and one. Keaton Ort loving all
Fouls on number
of that
21,
one.
Zy Smith, his second. First team foul. Keaton Norton at the line, shooting one.
Ort a chance to complete the and one. And does. Cougar lead has dwindled from 11 to 5 to begin the second half. Fouls against the Falcons, more specifically Keaton Ort.
41, Keaton Ort, his second. Second team foul.
Sandoval, Euro step floater off the backboard. Xavier Sandoval very active on the score sheet to begin, or really I should say throughout all of the third quarter here so far. Ball ripped away, looked like by Hagen, and off the foot of a Falcon. The Cougars retained possession.
Zy Smith, number 10, Malachi.
.305 left to play in the third quarter. Cougars lead 38-31. Hagen, three, no good. Rebound by Smith, but he is called for the foul.
Fouls on number 21, Zy Smith, his third.
Stryzak, Coach Stryzak not happy with that one, pleading his case to the officials. An open look for the Falcons, quickly closed down, mid-range floater, good from Barnard. Hagen finds Sandoval. Morneal. Pass stolen by Ort. Haney traveled. Sandoval. Anderson kicks out to Hagen. Hagen, mid-range jumper, no good, contested by two Falcons. Some beautiful moves by Grieco, ultimately for nothing. Dom Paris, pass picked away by Heaney. Fast break for Barnard. No good, contested by Paris. Now the Cougars go quick with numbers. Anderson, a one-handed jam on the fast break. Foul by Paris. think even Coach Stryzak would take that foul at that moment.
Fouls on number 11, Don Paris, his third. Keith Nord at the line, shooting 2.
Or a chance to add 2 more to his impressive tally of 13 on the night.
Cougar line, number 3, Ruben Guerrero, number 11.
Guerrero in for Paris. Ort 1 for 2 from the line. And Hagen is out of bounds, saying he gets pushed, but refs having none of it. Coach Stryzak not happy with that call. Arguing it, ref doesn't want to hear any of it. Ball goes all the way back to the right side key. Haney working on Hagen. Cougar ball. Under 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Sandoval driving, tries to find Malachi Moore-Neal.
Cougar ball.
Cougar ball fans are happy. Initially was called in favor of the Falcons. Guerrero, pump fakes. Dish it to Moore-Neal. Ball on the ground for what seems forever. Haney in transition. And a travel. 6.2 seconds left to play in the third quarter. A chance to get off a decent shot here. Falcons not happy that will issue deciding the official time. 6.2 seconds put back up on the clock. Falcons press trying to prevent a quick shot. 4 seconds, 3 seconds now, 2. Sandoval finds Moore-Neal, last second shot, no good. Foul to end the half.
Fouls on number 4, Lucas Grieco, his 4th.
Grieco with the foul, he has 4.
Shooting 2.
And now the junior guard in really bad foul trouble. One more, his night is over. Moore-Neal's first up and in. And Moore-Neal 2 for 2. And that's how you end the third quarter.
Falcons 42-34. Make some noise, fans.
8 minutes left in this tightly contested game. Cougars lead by 8, 42-34. We'll take a quick break and be back with you in a moment. Welcome back to the fourth quarter and potential final quarter of action here from the Cougar Den. My name is Nicholas Pietrzycki. I'll be taking you along for the rest of this game, whether it's 8 minutes or more. Falcons get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Barnard in some trouble, trying to spin out of it. Foul against Sandoval.
Fouls on number 4, Xavier Sandoval, his first team foul.
Barnard going to the line to shoot
Barnard
a couple.
Shoot 2.
Barnard's first up and in. Starting 5 back out there for both teams, with the exception being Tanner Barnhart for the Falcons. Barnard, 1 of 2. Falcons with a 15-point third quarter to help cut the halftime lead. Cougars still up by 7. Cougars have so far led for this game. Anderson's 3, good! Anderson makes his first three-pointer of the night. Ort, deep 3, yes. Ort with 17. He had 21 in the Falcons' last game against Wickenburg. Moore-Neal puts up a shot, no good. And a behind-the-back foul against the sophomore guard.
Fouls on number 10, Malachi Moore-Neal, his first, second team foul.
Leading scorers from the Falcons' last game against Wickenburg. Michael Fitzherbert with 17 and Aaron Lloyd with 14. Ort passes it out to Heaney. Third all-time meeting between these two teams in the last decade. Guerrero, good defense on Grieco. He wants a foul, he won't get one. Fountain Hills won the first meeting last year at Fountain Hills. Cougars winning the game in the Invitational. Anderson's 3 a little short. So best of 3 maybe, if you will. Ort's 3, no good. Heaney, put back. Yes. Cougars lead by 5. Anderson dishes it to Zaire Smith. Easy bucket for Zaire Smith. 5.5 minutes left to play in the game. Barnard loses his footing in the ball for a brief moment. Ort, stolen by Malachi Moore-Neal. The fans are ready. Anderson, a two-handed poster jam. Everyone thought it would be Moore-Neal, ends up being Anderson. That gets his highlight dunk. Anderson tries to block the layup of Heaney. Just a little too high. And an elbow for Heaney, and that should end his night. Cougar fans love it. I beg your pardon, Grieco had 4, not Heaney. Whether intentional or not, a little bit aggressive from Heaney. .442 left to play in the fourth quarter. Cougars lead by 9. Travel called against Hagen.
Timeout.
Falcons called timeout, and wisely so. Probably not for the reason they expected, but Ort's pass trying to find Grieco, streaking into the paint. Would have been a turnover. It would have ended up being Cougar ball. Lots to talk about between the two teams with 4:22 left to play in the fourth quarter. The Falcons trying to dig themselves out of a 9-point lead. The Cougars trying to maintain that lead and maybe add a little more to bury it and put this one away. If this result would hold, it'd be good for Phoenix Christian's chances in the 2A playoffs, especially seeding. For those that don't know, in 2A, everyone takes a trip up north to Bradshaw. And they play all their games either at Bradshaw Mountain High School, Yavapai Community College, and a couple other places as well. The Toyota Finley Center being the third site. So it's neutral territory all throughout the 2A playoffs. There is no home field advantage. However, seeding still does play a factor of, obviously you wanting to be the 1 seed, be the home team, wear your choice of jersey. And the Falcons go quick out of the break. But there is no true home court advantage, neutral site once you get into the playoffs, so truly giving a meaning as Ort puts up a 3, way off the mark. Sandoval lets it go out. It really puts a whole new meaning to, you just got to get into the dance. You don't really have to be the top dog at the dance. You just got to get in and see what happens. But for Phoenix Christian, they want to be the top dog. Coach Stryzek and the Cougars, they want to be the top seed. They want to be a 1 seed. Anderson's 3 off the mark. They want to be the team that everyone has to come through to win 2A. 3 short for Barnard. Smith dishes it out to Morneal. Put up. Yes!
Through contact for 2.
Cougars extended their lead to 11. Rather, extend their lead to 7. Clock quickly ticking away for the Falcons and their chance to potentially make a comeback. Layup blocked by Malachi Morneal. Sandoval wants to slow it down. Smith with the offensive elbow.
Fouls on number 21, Zy Smith, his 4th.
Guerrero checking in for Smith. Barnard dishes to Ort. Working on Hagan, mid-range jumper, good. Ort with 19. Sandoval driving, he'll take it himself. Anderson with the offensive rebound, and 1 putback.
Fouls on number 41.
Fouls on Ort.
Ort, his 3rd. First team foul. 1 shot.
Anderson converts. Cougars lead by 12, under 2.5 minutes to play. If the Falcons want any chance, it's going to come now, and they're going to need it soon. Blocking foul against Morneal. Grieco
Fouls on number 10, Malachi
up to
Morneal,
shoot
his
2.
2nd. 4th team foul. Lucas Grieco at the line, shooting 2.
Grieco looking to add to his tally of 3. Does so there, making it 4 and a chance to make it 5. 2:17 left to play. And he does. timeout.
30-second timeout, Falcons.
30-second Falcon timeout. Falcons now going over the point total from the last meeting between these two teams on the 29th. That game once again ending in a Phoenix Christian victory, 56-43. Score currently stands with 2:17 left to play in the fourth. Cougars 54, Falcons 44. Cougars send out their 5 of Moore-Neal, Hagen, Sandoval, Guerrero, and Anderson. Foul against the Falcons on Grieco, and that will end his night, his 5th and final foul. Cougar fans unhappy. Subbing in for the first time tonight is Matthew Halverson. Subbing in a cold player for someone that has played quite a bit here tonight. Sandoval wide open, down low in the paint. Yes!
Great look from Jace.
Hagen with the near full court pass. Halverson finds Barnard, spinning. Barnard, shot blocked by Malachi Moore-Neal. Anderson, one-on-one. He wants to take it himself. Foul against Haney.
Fouls on number 5, Matthew Haney, his 4th.
Another one for Haney, and his night is over. Orton Barnard leading the charge. Ort with 19 for the Falcons. Barnard with 9. Foul on Barnhart, and the Falcons are going to foul. Fourth team foul, one more. Cougars in the bonus. Anderson to inbound. Hagen kicks out to Sandoval. Anderson wide open down low, another poster! The Cougar faithful love it. Barnhart, good. Tanner Barnhart with his first points of the night. Now Barnard fouls.
Fouls on number 3, Sam Barnard, his first, 15th foul.
Cougars still with a 12-point lead. Chance to make it 14. Sandoval at the line to shoot 2. Sandoval's first, rims around as
into the Cougar lineup.
See a hole.
Gio Young, number 0, Achilles Lopez, number 40, Cyrus Renteria, and number 2, Javian Willis.
A full sub out for the Cougars. In comes Gio Young, Achilles Lopez, Cyrus Renteria, and Javian Willis. Sandoval 0 for 2. Achilles Lopez almost getting the offensive rebound there. Open look for Barnhart. He'll take it himself.
Timeout, Cougars.
Timeout called by Phoenix Christian.
Timeout.
.30-second timeout. 1:06 left to play in the fourth quarter. Both teams now officially surpassing their point tally from their last meeting. We talked about it from the side of Phoenix Christian. A win here would help propel the Cougars to a better seeding. Well, for the Falcons, it would do quite the opposite. It would drop them losing to a 2A school, even though it is away from home. Loss doesn't look good when you start to talk, about March Madness, Q1 wins, Q4 losses, whatever it might be. Whatever the AIA computer likes or doesn't like will help you. And I know this, though. If you lose to a school that's in a lower conference, a lower division than you, if you will, the computer is not going to like that very much. Starters come back in. Bench players get a little bit of the court. Quick foul by Halverson. Guerrero now to shoot 2.
Fouls on number 11, Matthew Halverson. His first.
Every sport has its own quirk to it, right? Soccer, some would say, flopping, there's an art form. Even basketball, there's, a little bit of flopping, a little bit of an art form involved as Guerrero, first shot up and in. But one of the little quirks, if you will, of basketball is the fouling. At the end of the game, if a team still thinks they're in it, they'll keep fouling as Guerrero goes 2 for 2 to try to keep them in it. Ort. A 3. Good by the senior. Another foul for Halverson. 52.3 seconds.
Matthew Halverson, his second.
A 9-point Cougar lead. If you're a fan of free throws, well, I'm glad you tuned in exactly right now to see all these free throws that the Cougars could be getting. Sandoval's first up and in. He has 12. And Sandoval looking at a new season high. Whether he makes this or not, previous season high was 10. And as of now, his new season high is 13. 11-point Phoenix Christian lead. 3-pointer from Henny. Good. A timeout taken by the Falcons. 11-point lead quickly becoming an 8-point lead with 42.9 seconds left to play. Falcons trying to avoid a 45-minute bus ride back to Fountain Hills.
All right,
and make it a little bit of a happier bus ride. Right now would not be a very happy bus ride back for the Falcons or the Cougars. If they can maintain a lead, it would be a very happy PC locker room. And the Cougars looking ahead. Well, there is not that much this week left in the way for the Cougars. A homestand is done. They'll play their first away game in quite some time. As Sandoval gets out of the foul, they'll try to dish it to Smith, but they'll draw the foul. Chasing Sandoval down was Barnard.
Xavier Sandoval on the line, shooting 2.
But what's up next for the Cougars? Well, 2 away games back to back. Sandoval's first, no good. They make the trip up northwest to Mountainside before taking another trip up northwest to face off against Highland Prep. Sandoval 0 for 2. 35 seconds left to play. Halverson passes up a 3. Ort now puts one up. Almost a 4-point play.
Fouls on number 10.
But Ort, a chance to still get 3. Coming up all region games for the Cougars, and the two that are most important come on back-to-back games, January 23rd at Highland Prep, then January 26th home against Highland Prep, a game that was scheduled to take place back on December 7th. And that clip of the backboard breaking here in the Cougar Den went a little viral. It's free throw up and in. So the game on the 26th, actually a redo of a game that was scheduled to take place almost more than a month before. Ort with 24 on the night, team lead. One would expect that from the 8th leading scorer in all of 3A. Morneal gets out of a jam, but only briefly, as Barnard fouls Morneal.
Fouls on number 3, Sam Barnard, his third.
Falcons
Shooting 2.
still chipping away at the Phoenix Christian lead. Cougars now only leading by 6, 62-56. Morneal's first free throw clanks around the iron and eventually finds the net. Gavin Hicks checked in and then quickly checked out for Halverson. Morneal, same thing, clanks around the iron, 2 for 2. He has 16 on the night. Ort, quick three, off the mark. Rebound grab, Barnhart puts it up. Prayer not answered. Falcons foul once again. Xavier Sandoval, a chance to add to his point tally even more.
Fouls on number 3, Sam Barnard, his 4th. Xavier at the line, shooting 2.
See Sandoval shaking his right arm. Sandoval misses, not happy with that. Young coming in for Sandoval once free throw's done. He makes it. So now a season high 14. Sandoval night is over. Young, and to help lock this game down. Barnard dishes it out. Quick three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Ruben Guerrero. And that will do it here from the Cougar Den. Final score, Cougars 65, Falcons 56. A big win for the Cougars on a night where they really, really needed it for help in the playoffs. Final score once again, Phoenix Christian 65 and Fountain Hills 56. That'll do it from us up here in the broadcast booth in the Cougar Den. Next week, or rather later in the week on Thursday, the Cougars travel up to Mountainside to take on the Wolves. We will not have that game for you on the Phoenix Christian Basketball YouTube channel, but we will have the next two, both against Highland Prep, for you. So we'll have 2 of the next 3 games for you, so no more games here live streamed on the PC YouTube channel. But look for the next 2 against Highland Prep and 2 very, very tough games after the Wolves on the 18th. Once again, final score, Cougars 65, Falcons 56. And that'll do it for us here on the Phoenix Christian Basketball YouTube channel. Take care, folks, and have a great night.